Answer question in the grade 7 review package. So it says Tommy's planning to put a fence around each shaded section of his garden, shown in the diagram below. He measured the sides of each section using different units. That's really nice of them to tell you that it says different units. Okay, but you would have to be able to pick up on that some of the measurements are in meters, some are in centimeters. You have some over here that are in decimeters. You even have one over here that's in decameters. So you would need to convert them all to one unit before you do your answer. Okay? It says the cost of fencing is 920 meters. The diagram is not drawn to scale. So again, you cannot just measure these with a ruler. You have to figure them out based on the measurements that are given here. Okay, so underneath it tells us Tommy has a budget of $250. So that means that's the maximum amount that he can spend. He doesn't have any more money than that. Okay, and then you have to say, will Tommy have enough money to put fencing around the perimeter? Again, that's really nice that the word perimeter is in there to tell you you're supposed to be doing perimeter of each section. On this question, you can't really see clearly on the camera here, but the shaded regions are these three pieces. So the tomatoes, zucchinis, and the carrots. So you're trying to find the perimeter of those three different pieces, add them together, use the price that's here, so $920 per meter, and then you're going to see if he has enough money. So when you're trying to decide what unit to put all of your measurements into, I would notice here that this is in dollars per meter. So because of that, I'm going to change all of my measurements into meters that I need, okay? So already here I have 6.5 meters and 3.2 meters. So the top part is already in meters. So I can just do 6.5 minus 3.2 to figure out the missing piece here. Okay, so this is actually 3.3. Since this is a rectangle, the other side here is also 3.3. So these are in meters. Okay, 110 centimeters. Well, if you're having trouble, you can do your King Henry thing. Okay, and I want to move from centimeters to meters. So I need to move my decimal place over by 2. So it goes 1, 2. So this is 1.1 meters. Okay, and the other side will also be 1.1 meters. All right, you could go ahead and add those up right away if you want to, but I'm going to make sure I have all of my measurements for each of my sides first. So I'm going to move to the zucchinis next, and then I'll do the one for the carrots last. Okay, so here again, I need to change each of these measurements. This one's in centimeters. These ones are in decameters, which in case a lot of people have been asking me in class, they can't tell which D is which here. So the DAM, decameters, is the bigger one. This one here is decimeters. Okay, the second one is decimeters. So here, again, my centimeters, I'm going to move it over by 2. So you just look here from centimeters to meters. You go 1, 2 this way. Okay, so this is going to become 3 meters. For my decameters, I'm moving over 1 in this direction. So if I take this and move 1 over here, this becomes 5 meters. Same thing from here, moving over by 1, so it becomes 4 meters. So I have 5 meters, 3 meters, 4 meters for this. Last thing I have to do is look over here for the, for the carrots, I am going to have to convert both of these first. So if you move this one by 1, 2, this will be 5 meters. If you move the decimeters by 1, because from decimeters to meters, you move it over by 1. So this is 3.5 meters. Okay, if you do 5 minus 3.5, okay, to figure out how much is left from here to here, that will be 1.5 meters. So this is 1.5. And because this is a square, it's indicating here that all of these lines are the same, so it's a square. So they're all 1.5. Okay, now I just have to add up each of those perimeters. So this one, I'm going to do 1.5 times 4, or you could do plus 1.5 plus 1.5 plus 1.5. and it's going to give me 6 meters. So the carrots is 6 meters. Okay, the zucchini here, whoops, spelled zucchini wrong. You're going to do 5 plus 4 plus 3. Okay, so that's going to be 12 meters. And then up here, so again, my work is kind of sloppy here, and it's hard to tell where my, like, it would be hard to correct this at this point. You have so much space on the other page, so it would be really good if you could organize it properly. The more clear it is, the easier it will be for me to figure out where to give you part marks if you make a mistake somewhere. Okay, so here I have 1.1 plus 3.3 plus 1.3. So you add each of those up. And I got 8.8 meters. So I'm going to circle these 3 pieces that I need, okay, to figure out the total perimeter that I need. So I did 6 plus 12 plus 8.8, and that gave me 26.8 meters. Okay, and you can't really see what I'm writing down anymore. Okay, so 26.8 meters is how much, like that's the size of fencing that I need. But the price at the top was $9.20 per meter. So I'm going to do $9.20 times 26.8 meters. And it's going to become $246.56. So that's the total cost. He has a budget of $250. The last thing that I did is I went back and reread the question to make sure it didn't say anything about adding tax anywhere, and it didn't. So then that means that this is the total cost. And you would be able to say, like when it says justify your answer, you would just say, yes, he has enough money because the total cost came out to $246.56, and that is within his budget. So yes.